Alan, let's go ahead and get started with you first.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. Very good day to everybody. I'm actually better known as excuse me, as a journalist. I've done many years traveling, reporting for TV and radio around the world on travel and business. So got into Udemy almost by mistake about 2 years ago by accident. But I'm best known as a journalist. But my
name is Grant Worley. I'm an entrepreneur. I have courses on Udemy for about a year now. And I think the best thing that I hope to contribute to this discussion is that beyond my own courses, I work with other instructors to help them build their own courses or help them with their marketing and their optimization on Udemy if they have courses that are live that aren't really making sales. So that's what I hope to bring to the table, is that kind of perspective of a variety of courses, a variety of niches, a variety of different instructors, and sort of how that's worked for me.
I'm Matt Bernstein, and from Low Cost Hustle, and I guess what that would mean would be to start businesses on the internet that have low upfront costs and kind of set yourself up for success. And in college, I managed to make $24,000 profit my junior and senior year while I was getting my communication degree at UMass Amherst. And I kind of stumbled upon Udemy as well in January and started from scratch, didn't really know what I was doing, and now I'm here and just trying to help other instructors out.
Yeah, hi, my name's Rob Cubbon. I blog out of robcubbon.com, and I was a graphic designer I did very bad jobs. I was just freelancing, doing some menial typesetting on company reports, and then I managed to set up my own website and run my own graphic design business. And blogged and started to sell products from the website, and Udemy came to me as another sort of arm of a content management strategy, and even a lead generation strategy. So my courses have been on graphic design, web design, but also now moving into selling digital products online and online marketing.
I'm Dennis Smith, and I have DennisJSmith.com, and I've been doing social media for a while. I've actually been on Facebook since 2007, which doesn't seem like a long time ago, but it really is when you consider where Facebook is now with over 1 billion users worldwide. And I wrote a book on social media a couple of years ago, and I started thinking about, much like Rob, like digital marketing, how can I expand my products to bring in additional revenue? I've been a retail store manager, I've worked at call centers, and I'm sick of the corporate world and trying to convince my parents that I don't need to have a normal job, that I can make enough money to get by selling stuff online. And I came across Udemy earlier this year, but it wasn't until July that I launched my first course. And so today what we're going to talk about is that I want to help other instructors like myself who might be just starting to get some advice on how you can be successful on this platform. We've got 4 guys here that I know have been very successful on the platform. I have started making some income. I'm starting to see an increase in the things that I'm doing. So we're just kind of going to go through some questions as we go, and we'll start with Alan. We'll just kind of move on through to kind of keep things organized. The first question really I wanted to know is, like, what brought you to Udemy.com, and how long have you guys been on the site so far?
Okay, I started my first course on Udemy 2.25 years ago, but I did nothing with it until excuse me, January or February of this year, of 2014. I did a course recorded in the corner of my living room, and I lived in England then, about selling stock photographs, so taking photographs, going out and selling them to stock agencies. And did the course, put it up, did nothing with it, and earned a few $100s each month, but didn't do much with it. And in January of this year, started looking at promoting it and adding more courses. And so far this year, I've done, by any standards, very, very well indeed. But I've looked at what makes Udemy work, what the students want, what Udemy want, and by following what I think are the rules, and we may not all agree on those, but that still works for me. And I'm on about $150,000 this year so far, as at the middle of November.
When did you get started? How long have you been on this site?
So it's just under a year, and the reason I originally got started with it was I actually had been working on an online course that I was trying to like set up my own marketing funnels, have it externally, like create a website around it, et cetera, and was finding that was just so ridiculously hard because it was actually like the first business I was ever starting. I didn't really know anything about marketing, setting websites, et cetera. I was trying to teach myself how to do all of that. Let alone like actually making the course and stuff. I just kind of ran with the idea, and I was finding it like it was moving along, but really slowly because there's just so many variables to that type of thing. And then just kind of through that process and really struggling with that, I randomly read a blog post. I think a friend sent it to me about Udemy, about one guy's experience. I think it was Scott Britton actually. He has a really good blog post about his experience on Udemy, and I read that and I was like, wow, that's a really cool platform. I wonder if that would be a good fit for what I'm doing. And so I, just transferred it over, tried it out, and started trying both, and then found that, wow, okay, this is a lot easier than what I was trying to do. This cuts out like half the variables. And at first, obviously, it wasn't super profitable, like I'm sure most of our stories are. The first couple of months doesn't make a lot of money, but it quickly did start to make money and was much simpler, and then lets you frees up your time to scale, make more courses, things like that. So that's kind of how I got started, and fortunately, quickly allowed me to end up traveling while doing that most of this past year, actually. So.
Awesome. I guess that's what's comforting for me is that, I've only been on the platform since July, and so I'm always challenging myself to make more than the last month, and I'm like thinking, oh my God, I'm not making enough, but then I look at, what some of the other people started out with, and it's kind of cool, that I know that we'll get there. So Matt and I were talking earlier as I was waking up, and we were talking about you've only been on the platform since January of this year, correct?
Yeah, January 2014, and actually I was lucky enough to be featured in one of Udemy's $10 promotions, and I made just over $1,400. And then the next month in February, they didn't have a $10 promotion, so I only made $230. But
oh no!
And I was kind of lucky enough because I don't know if anyone knows Noah Kagan. He runs AppSumo, who claims to have over 500,000 email subscribers. He worked for Facebook, Mint, and he came out with this free email product to join his email list, and it was about validating your information products or physical products. And one of the ways that he did that was through Udemy. And as we speak, I just crossed the $20,000 profit threshold for this year, so I'm kind of happy about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I like about all of you guys is that you're pretty open with what you're doing. I know that, Rob, that actually I think it's each quarter that you write kind of like an income report. And I first discovered that. I'm sure that you guys are familiar with Pat Flynn with Smart Passive Income, and he's very open with his income. And so, Rob, I know that you're open with, what you're doing as far as your book sell and your courses, and I've seen that increase with your Udemy courses. I think that I was looking earlier on your profile, and you have, let's see, 11 courses. How long have you been on Udemy?
Yeah, well, it would be less than 2 years. So I think I started my first course at the beginning of 2013. And we're now nearly at the end of 2014. And to answer your question, actually, we all came at it randomly. I had a friend called Tara Roskell in the UK, and she's a graphic designer, and she writes graphicdesignblog.co.uk. And she put a course up there called How to Design a Logo, a beginner's course. And we were on a Skype chat, and she told me some of the money that she'd been making. She was incredibly successful. It's a big course on Udemy, very successful course. And when I heard how well she was doing, I'd also been on YouTube at the time, and so because of that, I decided to put some of my YouTube stuff up on Udemy, which you can do. You can make free courses on Udemy from stuff that's already on YouTube. And if the stuff on YouTube can be condensed into a course of half an hour, there's a free course right there.